Well, are you one of the thousands who tracked down the likes of Michael Jordan or John Elway for an autograph? But how much, folks, would you give for an autograph of Bill Gates or say, Disney's Michael Eisner? That usually depends on the amount of the checks their names are written on. But tonight, we have a top expert, maybe the only expert in the world, on autographs of business executives. Keith Herrmann joins us live from Raleigh. He's collected autographs of 200 of the Fortune 500 CEOs. I guess, why? Is there a market for this?
Well, I think that there is. When you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 corporation, Tom, it's really a significant achievement. You've reached the top. You're at the pinnacle. And from that point of view, it's similar to winning Olympic gold.
Well, since these guys don't usually go to any kind of signing shows, how do you start collecting them?
Well, what I did, I was reading the Fortune magazine last April that contains the list of the Fortune 500. And I wrote a letter to each one of the CEOs of the Fortune 500 corporation, and I asked them for either a signed photo or a signed business card. And
well, let's take a look at some of them that came in the mail.
Sure.
Michael Eisner from Disney, who's probably better known for that mouse than he is. Did he write anything special for you?
Well, I just love the photos that establish the identity of the corporation by including some symbol of the corporation. So I was very pleased when Michael Eisner sent me the photo of himself with Mickey Mouse.
Ronald McDonald is probably the biggest salesperson, but they do have a CEO, and his name is?
Michael Quinlan, and here's Ronald hugging Michael, a real cozy shot.
I'm curious, who was the first one to respond to your request?
Well, the first one that came was Fred Smith. Now, he's the CEO of Federal Express.
He better have been, right?
One morning, one of his Federal Express trucks pulled up in front of my house. It arrived overnight, Tom.
What are these autographs worth, do you think?
I talked to a man by the name of George Sanders, and he assesses the values of autographs. Now, he told me that historically, J.P. Morgan or Rockefeller or Stanford, they're worth about $300 a piece. He wasn't quite so sure about some of the modern businessmen, but he told me Bill Gates was probably worth about $35. You know, Ted Turner signs too much, and he's only worth about $10. George said that if I did manage to get a complete collection of all 500, then the collection would be valuable.
Well, possibly the one CEO that people don't know the most would be this man coming up, Dave Thomas from Wendy's. They might not know him as the CEO, but he certainly is the head man at Wendy's.
He was. He's had a heart attack recently, and his doctors told him to take it a little bit easier. But he was the CEO, and everyone knows Dave Thomas from you-know-what.
Were all of these guys friendly, or did some of them say, hit the road, pal, we're not going to sign?
Well, I only got about 200 of the 500. A lot of banks and insurance companies weren't so sure what I was going to do with their signatures. They thought maybe I had some nefarious purpose in mind. But by and large, they were flattered by receiving the request.
Keith Herrmann, lots of good luck in your quest for collecting all 500 of them. Thanks for stopping by on Great Stuff.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Okay, take care now.
Bye-bye.
All right, tonight we finally do